Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here, with Mr. Jefferson joining us. Hello, Mr. Jefferson, or Leonard. Kind of have both names right now. So I just want to have a quick talk with you about Mr. dospook, and I don't know. Some people say that I am a little aggressive and attack people on YouTube, like calling Zorio a pinhead and stuff. And now some people are coming around to my view that he is a bit of a pinhead. And that he just rambles, and he just poses as intelligent by muddying his water in order that it will look deep. So Mr. dospook is decidedly against my camp and for the Zorio camp. I don't know if he's for Zorio, maybe he doesn't know who Zorio is, but if he had to choose sides, I know which side he was on. There we go. They'll learn to use it. They're just small right now, huh? And Mr. dospook has a video where he talks about something, these people, right? Let me just jump in the middle of it. He says, quote, "You're an advocate of the law of identity, so you can surely identify with these people." Now maybe this is a joke. I hope it's a joke. Because if it's not a joke, then he's just hoping that he's getting somewhere near what the law of identity means. And he hopes falsely. He's not anywhere near what the law of identity means. This is complete equivocal nonsense, so I hope it was a joke. So let me explain once again the law of identity. The law of identity from Aristotle states A is A. A thing is itself. A is a metaphysical variable for whatever you put in there. Whatever you put in there is whatever it is you put in there. Whatever you're looking at is that thing. That's what it is. Now, some people equivocate and say that it can be said A equals A. And that is not true. That is nonsense. Because a thing is not equal to itself. A thing is itself. A thing is what it is. It's not equal to what it is what it is. So you can't put an equal sign in there and get anywhere with that. A is A. That's Aristotle's law of identity. Now, from that, he then derives, well, I mean, that all of logic isn't derived from that, but that's a basic tenet of logic, that you can't have a contradiction. You can't have both a thing be what it is and what it isn't. So, like in Kant's philosophy, the world that we sense both is the only world and the only objective world, and a created world of our five senses, and we're permanently out of touch with the world that our five senses created it from. So it's contradictory. Both is the real world and the only one we can get to, and it's an illusion that is just a phantom between us and the real world. So they don't mind a contradiction. In Aristotle's conception of it, when you come to a contradiction, you've got an error in your thinking. That's a line right out of Atlas Shrugged. To arrive at a contradiction is to confess an error in one's thinking. So the law of identity is simply to say a thing is itself and contradictions are not allowed. They're out of bounds, against the rules. No contradictions. And by the way, anybody who rejects that is like someone who rejects reason. They want you to give a rational reason for why reason is rational, for example. They want you to justify why you should listen. Why should they listen to your reason and your logic? Why not somebody else's faith and prayer and stuff? The only answer you can give them is, have at it. Go follow their faith and prayer. The only answer you can give them. The fact that they're asking you for a reason, an explanation, shows that they take reason for granted, which you have to. Reason is simply our word for thinking. Reason is, so when they say, how do you know my reason's the same as yours, or how do you know that what's reasonable is what's true, maybe the truth isn't knowable through reason and you can get through the spirit world or whatever. reason is simply our word for thinking. Reason is not an invented process that we've bungled together to try to figure out things like they try to teach you in the universities now. Reason is simply what we call thought. So correct reason means thought that keeps in touch with reality and comes out true. And Aristotle outlined the laws of logic, which will help you think clearly. Any system of modern logic that is useful in any way follows the basic tenets of Aristotelian logic. And they do teach versions in the universities that are not useful in any way. So don't come and tell me, oh, you're full of crap, Mr. Cropper. I learned in university about a system of logic that accepts contradictions. I'll bet you did.